which character have you played would you say was the hardest problem for you to solve?
Oh.
Starting with the easy one.
Yeah, there you go. Good morning.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gentlemen, I love both of you guys. I love this show. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Tom, I'm going to start with you. I feel like Harry is a man who solves problems. No matter what it is, he figures out how to do it. And I'm sort of curious, I guess, to what degree a character is a problem to be solved, trying to figure out who they are in the short time that you play them. And if that comparison holds, which character have you played would you say was the hardest problem for you to solve?
Oh.
Starting with the easy one.
Yeah, there you go. Good morning. I think more so a project is a puzzle to figure out because it's we normally shoot in non-consecutive order. It's like imagine a film or a TV series is like a vase, and then you drop it, and each scene there is each piece of fragment. You have to piece the whole thing back together again. So by sticking it together scene by scene. So in that aspect, there's a puzzle element, and I don't think. I'm not sure that people are necessarily puzzles as such because you never really get to put them together. The idea of a puzzle is you can complete it and there's a full sight picture, at least the picture puzzles, right? Whereas human beings, I don't think we ever really know what makes them tick. I certainly don't know what makes me tick. What makes you tick, baby?
I'm still finding that out.
There you go.
I'm doing a deep dive on that one.
Keep diving. Keep talking.
Mr. Brosnan, I'm going to start with you. I feel like Conrad Harrigan, he is a man who gives orders, and those orders are to be followed, whether people agree with them or not. And I feel like sometimes that is maybe not unlike a director on a set. In the spirit of Conrad giving orders, you have taken direction from some of the greatest filmmakers, greatest directors of all time. What is the most interesting or maybe your favorite piece of direction you've ever received as an actor?
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Bruce Beresford. Just simple, because sometimes we try to act. We want to act. I know I do. And sometimes too much. But just really, so much of it is about listening, which I find very difficult at times. So, but keep it simple, yeah.
James Gandolfini used to say that he would hear from real gangsters about his performance on The Sopranos. Martin Sheen said the same thing. He would hear from politicians when he played the president on The West Wing. Mr. Brosnan, you've played roles and professions of people who I would imagine oftentimes don't want to talk about them in public, whether it's spies or gangsters or thieves. I'm sort of curious, who do you go to for research when you're playing people who normally do not want to be found?
Well, you can find information in anyone these days. I mean, it's right there at your fingertips. For this particular character, I hit on the accent really 15 minutes before shooting the scene. Because when I spoke to Guy 2 days prior to shooting, we were talking about South London, North London. He said, that sounds good. But then on the day, he said, go Irish, go more Irish. And I had this crazy character in my head from Kerry. And I based him on he's an Irish politician.
I am, if you'll allow me to geek out, I'm a massive fan of the show Peaky Blinders. And while obviously both series follow crime families, also recognized for you guys, they're different characters, they're different experiences, they're different stories, different eras. But I'm sort of curious, were there any commonalities or lessons you guys learned on the set of Peaky Blinders that were at all valuable in this series?
No. They're two separate projects. So
yeah,
I think Paddy and I, from that answer, we're come from a similar school. To take what we have in front of us and focus specifically on each job. And obviously, I imagine speaking for both of us, we're informed by things that we've done in our past. But I think every job that we do is a separate situation, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have that in common that we did Peaky Blinders. I was only in one series, but I met Tom years ago. I met you a few times over the years, and we did a film together. We did a couple of days on it, at least, didn't we, years ago?
Child 44.
Child 44, yeah. So we've always sort of been aware of each other, and I've always admired Tom's work. So
No, yours.
Yeah, there you go. So there's a very mutual respect and love there, isn't there, Tom?
Yeah,
There's love there?
100%. I wanted to work with Paddy for like forever. So this was a dream come true in that aspect.
Yeah.
I'm sorry the questions were so heavy, guys. I'm
Not
trying to-
heavy,
all right,
not
mate.
heavy.
Yeah.
I'm slightly dim.
First one of the day.
Anson, you get the opportunity to spend more time with this character than most actors do if they were doing it in a movie. Obviously, you know, with a movie, you have that finite 2 hours here. We're here for a while. So with that idea in mind, is there a movie character you've played from your career that you wish you had this kind of time with to be able to flesh him out the way that you get to know Eddie?
That's a great question. And actually one springs to mind straight away. I was in Sam Mendes' 1917 and I had this really cool part in the middle of the film. But there were so many different parts in that show. But I was lucky enough that I did 6 months of rehearsals with Sam for that movie, playing all of the other parts other than the 2 lead guys, so that they could build the sets and stuff. So I got to like play Colin Firth's part and Benedict Cumberbatch's part before they came and did it. And that was a lot of fun. And so I spent so much time with Sam building this tiny character. And I'd love to have 10 episodes of time with that character.
I mean, to be fair, he's about to make 4 Beatles movies, so who's to say he wouldn't make more 1917 movies? I'd be there for that.
There you go. You said it first.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.